very, very, comfortably. When you bat so well, the entire dressing room is happy about it. That you're not going to get out. When Sufyan Sheikh batted, it looked as if he's going to get out every ball. But Sufyan did his job well. He got the run rate going, and that has helped the team.
Looking nice and relaxed. You can tell from this picture that there's a certain confident calmness in that dugout. They look sure of a win in this game. Another shot in front of square by the captain this time, Kevin Dalmeida, running very hard for that second. Will get it. Hedvardkar, the top run scorer so far. One lucky player will be the owner of this exquisite looking Skoda. Wouldn't you love to have one, Dylan?
Oh, I'd love to have all of them. Why one?
I'll be happy with one, as long as I don't have to pay for it. If only I was a player in the T20 Mumbai. There's an opportunity for so many of these players to stake a claim. The perks of a top performance for the modern day cricketer.
It's a beauty. Really, and I love that color.
Also, there's so much peace of mind when you own a Skoda, because what, 6-year warranty and 4-year insurance. Own it and then enjoy the drive without worrying about anything. Wide outside the off stump. Dalmeida clearly not the same as Hedvardkar. Went for that shot, not much control in that effort.
The same shot, had he played straight, he would have timed it. But he tried to hit that ball at point across the line. He's a good cricketer. It's always nice to see two left-handers batting, isn't it? All left-handers are so genuinely stylish.
Pull shot, kept it down.
Kept it down.
The tall Kevin Dalmeida saw that coming and just turning his hands, ensuring that it stays down. There was a fielder waiting, Milan.
Arcs need a 66 of 55. They needn't rush it. They are in complete control of that game. Don't do anything foolish, Akhil. Just keep driving.
Oh, this time that took off from that short length. 11 gone, 94 for 2. Welcome back. No hiccups, no obstacles, no real hurdles for the Arcs Andheri. On course for their second win at the T20 Mumbai. Hedvardkar, the star once again, is still going strong. Our senior pro, Mr. Milind Rege, will take a bit of a breather, have some chaha. We've got Charu Sharma in the com box.
Thanks, Manish. Kotian, 9 for 17 from his 2. Previous over was pretty useful. Batsman kept cutting it away and at backward square kept fielding it. Some of them were really good efforts. Yeah, it looks like a cakewalk, doesn't it? You got 65 from just 53. You can walk it. You'll get a couple of loose deliveries, hit the boundaries off that. I mean, life cannot get easier. But lose a couple of wickets, suddenly there's a bit of panic in the ranks.
Saw that happen to the Shivaji Park Lions. They started off really well in that power play, and then suddenly it looked different within 2 overs.
Yeah, the losing of wickets. In fact, it's possible to, in a very amateur way, try and quantify what the loss of wickets means, because there's, not only the obvious loss of wickets, but there's a psychological loss. There's a tremor in the dugout. There are many reasons why the loss of wickets is actually equal to, potentially, a certain number of runs. Nice and full up in the air, should be taken by long off. Plenty of time to get underneath, and easily taken in the end. Shivam Dubey, the man getting underneath it, and you can see what that meant to the dugout. Hands overhead, saying, what did he do? Kevin De Almeida, the skipper, tried to go big, went high, but not long enough.
Just what we were talking about. Was there a need for that shot? Captain Kevin, one expects better.
Yeah, I was talking to him at the toss, saying you could do with few more runs, couldn't you? And he said, of course, today is the day. Unfortunately not, Kevin. 96 for 3.
You're a kind man, Charu asked him very politely.
Yeah, you feel for him. It's not easy leading a side. There's so many pressures. It's a very high-profile tournament. There's a lot of dugout pressure, franchise pressure. And Kevin De Almeida is not, you know, really seasoned long-term captain. So he could use a little bit of assistance, a little bit of support. And unfortunately, because of his batting, he's going to be under some kind of pressure. Jattar now walks in to accompany the man who can do no wrong. Herwarkar, our leading run scorer here in T20 Mumbai. Strike rate's pretty decent, 165. If you strike at 165, you can win a few matches for your team.
Another bearded cricketer, Charu.
Well, I mean, the reason passes me by, you know. But I suppose it's stylish, it's contemporary. Oh, well fielded again.
Never fancy the beard yourself. We'll come to that after this replay. It's one of those moments where you realize what you've done just after you've done it.
You can argue that the ball was there to be hit big. It was a half volley, as was this, but down leg. I think Herwarkar now realizes that a lot of the hard work's already done, and he does not need to do anything special or adventurous or foolish. He'll get loose balls anyway, and they don't need to do anything with not very much, 63 or 49. So, I mean, I don't mean to undervalue the making of 63 runs, but with so many wickets in hand, and a man who's in very good form, Herwarkar, it really should be Andheri's game.
Well, the beauty of this sport, it demands you to press that reset button so often, depending on how the situation is. Start from scratch once again. Forget about what's happened so far. Look at what lies ahead. Herwarkar, the key man.
Yeah, Kochian's been slogging along from this north end, commentator's end, and I'm glad for him that he's got reward. And a big wicket that of the opposite captain. Very efficient right-arm off-spin, gives it a bit of a loop once in a while. A quicker one. Jattar well short of the man at deep mid-wicket. So a good wicket taking over by Kochian. 12 gone, it's 98 for 3.
Yeah, that's a good sight. Good reason for you to be at the Wankhede. Nice and cool and pleasant.
Representing Herwarkar's knock. Breezy.
Well, the heart of Indian cricket, Mumbai.
Well, we need to see that flag flying high in England later this summer. And they're certainly co-favourites, the Indian team, along with England and perhaps Australia now, and West Indies with an outside chance. And who alone knows, it's the World Cup. There should be plenty of surprises, although we hope this flag will flutter high and mighty in England.
One of the things I'm excited about is the format. They've gone back to the 1992 format. Everyone plays everyone, and so whoever wins it is in the true sense the world champion.
Yeah, your favorite tournament, 92, I remember. Yeah, I think it's a, you know, for a 10-team format, you can get away with it. But I would still say that the World Cup needs more teams. It's the World Cup. It needs to truly represent the fact that cricket is growing around the world. A lap? Haven't seen that for a while, but from well outside off, it's not too difficult.
So on that same point, there are cynics who say 50 or 100 over game would there be enough people who would want to watch Namibia versus Kenya?
Well, maybe Kenyans and Namibians. Why not? And lots of other cricket fans who can't get tickets for the other matches. I believe the final was sold out in next to nothing. I think the India-Pakistan, many other matches are sold out. So if you're there in England, and there are many people in England who've gone especially for the World Cup, then I suppose I'll take next best, or the next best, or the next.
Does commerce and romanticism, can they coexist? Do they go along?
Well, that maybe not. But, you know, the stadiums are not that big. And they shouldn't be too difficult to fill. There'll always be a few weak matches in any major event.
What about captains of big teams who sort of snigger at having to play these smaller teams, forgetting the fact that they were once upon a time minnows as well?
2 words: bad manners.
What about that quick single? Got it.
Yeah, big commitment by the non-striker. Herwarkar knew there was a run, called for it hard, and went.
Speaking of Kenya, one former Kenyan World Cup star, in fact, he's played 2 World Cups for Kenya, could be part of the T20 Mumbai. His name is Tanmay Mishra.
A quick apology, though. That was Jatar, whose call was very quick, and it was his call because going behind the striker, Herwarkar. Nice, sharp call. Herwarkar thought of ball watching a bit, but he said, well, this guy's steaming at me. And he went, maybe the throw went to the wrong end. But that's the concept of commitment when you run between the wickets. They should be pretty happy, Andheri.
Yes, relaxed squad. Plan. Oh, across the line. Will that be out? No. Said bat.
Ooh, I'm not so sure. It could be pretty adjacent. The umpire gave it a long look. I'm sure that Jatar would have had his heart in his mouth. Was a drifting down leg. The first reaction, no, looks like coming in. Oh boy, Jatar, very, very lucky. He did show the bat, so maybe there was an inside edge. We don't know. Not immediately evident.
Using his feet then, trying to get to the pitch of the ball. I mentioned Kenyan World Cup star Tanmay Mishra is part of the Andheri squad. The only ODI World Cup player in action at the T20 Mumbai. We still haven't seen him on the field, but he could well be if the Andheri need him in their future matches.
The ownership group of Andheri, you're right. I mean, it's nice to have a big name. We look forward to seeing him. But all of a sudden, just a dip in the run making of Andheri. It goes up now. 8.37 gone. Jatar straight back to the bowler, and hard-working Gohill picks up his first wicket today in the 2nd over.
Not sure if there was an inside edge on that leg before appeal, but if there wasn't, well, there is justice after all. They will check the no ball before the batsman crosses the boundary line on his way back to the hut.
Well, I'll be very surprised if it's a no ball. A spinner, really. I mean, they threaten with a long stride, but eventually the stride comes back well inside the line. So Jatar goes for only 2 from 4. It's now 100 for 4, and it's a pretty wobble. The Andheri chase.
Vijay Gohill, the captain spoke about him at the toss. Finally settling in. Gaurav Jatar goes caught and bowl Gohill. Just 200 for 4.
The departure of Jatar. We now have Pankaj, who hasn't really done too much around the field when Andheri are fielding, but maybe he's in because he can strike the ball hard. He did try that previous innings. I remember he scored just a few runs, but if they lose another, I'm guessing there'll be some panic in the Andheri ranks. They were cruising just a short while back, and I was, well, taking the liberty of saying this is easy now, just to cruise through. But 2 wickets gone. Captain Kevin De Almeida, and then Jatar, beg your pardon.
Pankaj Jaiswal, I wonder if he's an Arjuna Ranatunga fan. The same mold, if I may.
Just 27 runs so far. Decent strike rate. So he comes in, hits a couple of blows, and then thank you, bye-bye. And I'm sure, I do feel that the Shivaji Park Lions are not particularly worried about Pankaj, but they should be worried about this man, batting on 54 from 38. Looking very good.
Hasn't played one bad shot. Okay, that's been the highlight of his innings. Not one chance. Has looked nice and compact and tight.
And he too must be feeling a bit of the pressure now, Manish, because runs are drying up from the other end. And that makes you play a few shots that you may not want to. Excellent fielding by Shivaji Park Lions at backward square, here at cover. They've done very well. Well, here's the wicket, just a nothing shot, danced down the track and was obviously trying to go around the cover mid-off region. The bat turned a bit in his hand. Short and punched away.
Quickly made adjustments. The previous delivery was, well, a similar shot, went straight to the fielder. They are... I see some pani puri in the background, Charu. Let's head over once we can. I'm sure you have friends there.
Well, this is the power table. No friends, as far as I'm concerned. But yes, the VIP area. I'll tell you what, this is very interesting now. Sorry, 3 balls left in this over. Pankaj is in, Jaiswal, plenty of pressure. And what you guys were suggesting, you and Milind earlier, that they've got to slip in, and Siddesh Lad should probably get another fielder straightened and force Pankaj to hit big. I think he's in. He's at that short point position. Now he's gone back a bit.
Got out to the off spinner in the last game. Got behind, got into an awkward position for a ball that was just too close to. Got, some turn there, some turn there.
And importantly, bounce. Because Pankaj was ready to square cut that, and all of a sudden that extra bounce kept the shot quiet. Watch this. And up there.
A puff of dust as well.
Siddesh. Well, you could have caused some confusion there had you fielded that clean.
You know, rather quiet over so far, just 2 of the over from Kotian.
Nice loopy action, Kotian. Not afraid to give a little bit of air. So much hesitation. Pankaj was in trouble had Siddesh fielded that. A throw to the non-striker's end, to the bowler's end. And you never know, Pankaj not the fittest. We talk about tremendous athleticism throughout T20. Well, here's one example where he may not be particularly fit, but who knows, he can win the match for Andheri. Hirvarkar faced the last ball of this over.
Single always on offer. Akhil Hirvarkar will keep the strike. End of the over. 103 for 4.
Well, just a quick comparison at this stage. 57 from... Oh, well, I think that takes precedence over anything else. That's the Pani Puri you want, and some chaat and what have you. Yeah, that's the place to be.
Pani Puri, Golgappe, Puchka, call it what you want. Same thing really, the magic's the same regardless.
That's the chart corner. Yeah, what a fantastic tournament, T20 Mumbai. Very well organized, and congratulations again to Mumbai Cricket Association for going through with it, and to Probability Sports. Down at the boundary line, she may not be near the food, but Karishma Kotak is with another guest.
I am indeed. I have with me Mr. Naveen Shetty from the MCA. So we can, I'm going to start off by saying it is amazing weather, like we were saying, and it's season 2, and we've had some great cricket so far, which shows the level of the league.
T20 Mumbai, it's a great league basically. So it is started very well 3 days back. Just it is started, and see today's environment, how it is. See people screaming. You see the cultural dole of Mumbai, Dole Tasha. So it's rocking.
Absolutely, and this was actually my second question, that the crowds have been flocking in and they're actually cheering for the teams, and they're actively participating.
You know, each and in the stadium, a lot of people are coming. I think so from tomorrow you'll find more people. I think so in final you'll find total stadium is full, I feel. But not only in the stadium, when you go out, you go in Ola, Uber, or you go to railway station, you go anywhere. People only talk about T20. Ekdam Mumbai.
I mean, they're screaming right now, so definitely bigger and better. And I also said that we also had, you know, Mr. Sunil Gavaskar, we had Sachin Tendulkar here, such legends as well who are participating, which does help.
See, I'll tell you, Mr. Sunil Gavaskar, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, and Mr. Dilip Vengsarkar. See, these 3 big names. So see the player they're playing. See their shots, the catches. And the way they just, it happens only in Mumbai, I'm telling you. the way they play, you'll never you'll never find this thing anywhere in the country.
And so I would say it's definitely, we have a, yes. So we definitely know it's bigger and better than last year, we can already tell.
Yeah, it will be bigger. This is a second year. Just wait. I think so. End of the season, you'll find every day there will be a lot of crowd here. And this year, see, I'll tell you, because of this T20 league, I think so 5 player has been picked by IPL.
Yeah.
See, next year you'll find 25 the players will be picked. So this is a good start, I feel.
Absolutely, fingers crossed. Let's just hope for that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, finger crossed. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Karishma. You can now head over to that chart counter if you wish. So Shetty, I'm sure, will escort you.
No, I don't think they have a keto counter, Sharu.
Yeah, 104 for 4. All of a sudden, Andheri chase stuttering. They've lost wickets, a couple of important ones at that. And Herwadkar, of course, is going along still pretty well, although his strike rates come down to 126 now as the company of Pankaj. And may I dare suggest, with due respect, that this is slightly questionable partnership, the possibility of. Siddharth, in his third over, Kotian's done very well, 1 for 24. And Malhotra, 1 for 15, very well done. Gohil, very impressive, 1 for 11. And Shivam Dubey gave 16 runs, but has taken a wicket in his 2 overs. So plenty of bowling options still for Siddesh Lad. During the over, a loud appeal by the bowler for a caught behind, but looks like the bat struck the ground.
So Naveen Shetty mentioned how he expects a much bigger crowd tomorrow, and so do we. Double header, Super Saturday coming up on Star Sports 3 from the T20 Mumbai. It will be the Triumph Knights, the defending champions, still searching for their first win, taking on the Eagle Thane Strikers. But this one's coming up next. Prithvi Shaw's North Mumbai Panthers against the Namo Bandra Blasters.
Well, big swing and a miss because the physical conditioning may not be there. So beaten for just that little bit of pace that Siddharth has. But I think Mr. Shetty made a good point that this is only, what, Friday now. Saturday, Sunday, the weekend, tomorrow and day after, we'll have a nice crowd here at the Wankhede. As in nicer, because we already have lots of people in. And it's just nice to have a stadium full of people. Lifts everybody, lifts us, lifts the players, lifts the organizers, the sponsors. Oh, yes, got his bat behind that ball. Solidly. Into the cover fence for a boundary. For Pankaj, might have played that for me. Take that. 15 gone, it's 108 for 4.
Well, that shot reminded me of Lance Klusner's big hitting in that last over in that World Cup knockout game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. 52 now from 30. Looking a little dangerous now because the asking rate, which was under 7 for the bulk of the innings for Andheri, now has leapt up to 10.4. There it is, half volley, and he timed that very well, of course. Gave it a bit of a muscular punch as well. So 10.4 with 15 overs to go. Not easy. All of a sudden, somebody has to step it up, and maybe Pankaj is that guy. Certainly, I'm not calling him a sacrificial lamb, but it'll be difficult for Herwadkar now to lose his wicket, trying to go big. All of a sudden, the innings could be in disarray.
Another reason to turn up at the Wankhede tomorrow. The second game tomorrow, the Sobo Supersonics versus Yakash Tigers, which will, of course, feature young Tendulkar.
The Sobo Supersonics have won both their matches, and Akash Tigers are 1-1. They won their opening match against the defending champion. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you, if you're near the Wankhede, please do come for your team, Sobo Supersonics. That's South Bombay. So, Wankhede being in Sobo, we hope to see plenty of people here. More, should we say, than today.
Again, nice tantalizing length there, not too forward, not too short either.
Yeah, but the big thing, of course, is that the skipper has decided to take the ball. He's more than an occasional bowler, and he knows that there are lefties here. So more off spin for the lefties. Can he trick them into a wicket? Almost! Big cross-batted swing by Pankaj. Goes below the bat. Siddesh is not a tall man. The ball's going to keep lower than others.
Wanted to murder that ball the previous time. One bounce straight through to the long on fielder. Something's got to give, Charu.
Yeah, I suspect Herwarkar will be too clever for all of this, and he might want to continue playing it straight if the ball is straight. If it's away from the wickets, he might want a square cut. We'll see how that goes, but he's been there long enough to know what's going on. Almost proved me wrong. But it's the fact that Siddesh is a short man, is bowling slightly round arm, keeping the ball much lower than the other spinners. That's what has allowed him to give only 2 runs in 4 balls.
A leaf out of Kedar Jadhav's book. Nicely cut away. Front of square. In fact, he slapped it.
With every single or dot ball, the asking or required rate rises. Already from 10 and a bit is now almost 12. This is a gradual strangulation. Well, if he can finish this over well, it'll be a terrific job done. Up in the air, should be taken by somebody, or is it going to fall in the middle? Oh, hard break for Shivaji Park Lions. Pankaj gets away with it. Siddesh Lad almost had himself a wicket, but that's a good finish to the over at any rate. 16 gone, 113 for 4.
Well, if only had timed it a little bit better. Who knows, Pankaj Jaiswal might have been walking back.
And if you timed it much better, it would have been 6. So you take the rough with the smooth. Look at how that red line has come now to meet the green line. Of course, there was a sharp acceleration of the Shivaji Park Lions innings thanks to Ronak Sharma. So it climbed very steeply towards the end, and which suddenly makes the task now a little dangerous for Andheri, because Herwarkar has done very well so far. Take nothing away, his strike rate was much better. It now comes down to 123. Good to see you kids here. Do come back tomorrow and the day after. And if you have holidays, then maybe Monday onwards as well.
Bunk school, it's all right. Just come, just turn up if you love the sport.
7 from 8 for Pankaj, and he would have seen the big screen. 47 from 24, nearly 2 runs every ball.
One of those greedy cricket fans. We still haven't had a super over.
Came close to it. So their big star now, Shivam Dubey, will come back. He's got 1 for 16 from 2. Can he continue to be the hero? Full and straight. Will they take 2 for it? Because it's gone into the gap, and they will. Oh, well done. Commitment. As soon as you see the ball going into the gap, about 10-12 meters away from any outfielder, go for the second. In fact, we might even have a bit of an injury here. There's somebody coming back into the midfield, to the infield. That is, there we go. Oh, a bit of a limp. You can see it on his face, anguish. Where's he going to go? Is he going to go out? I think he's talking to the umpire saying, excuse me, may I please exit the field? Yeah, I think his right hamstring raced in from deep mid-wicket. And it's showing the ill effects of that pick-up and throw. So some changes in the field. We have mid-off and covers inside the ring. That player's gone off. We've got a substitute in. We still have a deep mid-wicket, long on, and a deep square leg. And, oh, just eluding the outstretched hands of, was it the skipper? Brilliant attempt, we'll have to say. Not the tallest man in the field. And welcome boundary for Andheri.
Well, a gutsy shot by Pankaj Jaiswal. Let's call it the Bahubali shot, shall we? In his slot, went for it. Came in the full throttle.
Loved the leap. Of course, Pankaj Jaiswal is there. We know he can hit the ball hard. Took his right leg away from all the action. Created all the room for his shoulder to go through. Ooh, well, it looks like the calf at that point of time. But if it's underneath, then it could be the hamstring. There we are. And then, oh, all that effort proved to be a bit too much. There we go. I think it's the right calf. Well, we hope gets all right. Ronak Sharma, the man who hit that Brilliant knock late in the innings for Shivaji Park Lions. They need him for sure. I think he'll be all right.
Wild slog at it. No connection whatsoever. No word either from Shivam Dube. Good to see that. Just ask for the ball back. Go back to your run-up.
Well, every bowler's under some kind of threat because Pankaj Jaiswal obviously likes to give it a big heave-ho. But if you bowl intelligently, I think you can get the better of this man. 13 from 11, so it's a decent hand along with Herwadkar's fabulous 59 from 48. And 6 runs already in 3 balls from this over by Shivam Dube. Can he keep it nice and full and avoid Pankaj getting underneath the ball? Strike! Now over the stumps, and they even think of the second. Well, I suspect Herwadkar may have been in trouble. They really took off. There wasn't a run there, and a better throw, you never know.
Well, the third man was inside, was trying to penetrate that gap. And the danger man was running towards the danger end. Herwadkar.
You could see a little bit of desperation there and knowledge of the fact that Herwadkar should be the man on strike. Although, of course, in this particular over, Pankaj hasn't done too badly. 7 runs all from Pankaj.
No boundaries for Herwadkar after he hit that 50-run mark. Also because wickets were falling and he is aware of his responsibility.
2 balls left. Required run rate 12. Goes big. There should be 6. It's a magnificent shot. Oh, taken in. Is it? No, I think he touched the boundary line before he threw the ball back in. So that should be 6, but it was a wonderful effort. And Herwadkar, I thought, had plenty on it, but it was higher than it was longer. And the umpires will certainly take a close look at it. We think it could be 6. He released the ball for sure, but he may have trampled on that boundary cushion before he released the ball. Swapnil, well done, but maybe not good enough.
Caught it, was off balance, his left foot landing on that skirting. Well, that should be enough. That should be enough. Will be called 6.
You may have to raise both your hands. Let's see them. Thank you. All right.
That should stabilize Herwadkar's blood pressure, which might have shot up for a fraction of a second while the ball was in the air.
It was a magnificent strike, length ball, and he really laid into that. I will say that the field also did very well to catch it with both hands, leaning back, and did well to release it as well, but had trodden on that boundary line cushion. So good cricket all round.
Be time to watch some crystalline videos on the internet.
Wouldn't that be something? Tries to run it down after that 6. So good finish to the over, but 13 from it. Shivam Dube has been a touch expensive today. 126 for 4 with only 3 to go. They need it at 11.33.
Five sixes at number 4. Well, a joint number 3 along with Sujit Naik on this list of Shkoda maximum 6s. Surya Kumar Yadav, his team may not have won anything so far, but he had 7 sixes in that opening game of the second season of T20 Mumbai. The Arcs Andheri need 34 of 18. For as long as Herwadkar's around, they will believe he can see them home. Change in the com box as Charu Sharma readies for the presentation party. So Milind Rege is back after having had his Chaha Ani apple.
That'll make my wife happy. Honestly, but when you look at the game, at one point in time, they needed 6 runs or 6.5 runs was the required run rate. With falling of wickets and a few good deliveries, dot balls, they're now needing 11.33. 34 of 18. The match is evenly poised at the moment. They need to keep Pankaj Jaiswal at the crease because he's hitting the ball and not timing it. Don't give the strike to Akhil Herwadkar. And Akhil Herwadkar at one stage was clocking 190 runs. He's down to 130.
Shot selection such a key at this juncture. Could go either ways. It's not been a runaway performance by either sides. 34 needed of the last three. Tries to blast it away. Doesn't quite connect. Will get a single to bring Hirvadkar on strike. There he is, the 19-year-old Prithvi Shah. They call him Virar Ka Chokra. Is now a test opening batsman for India. Will be in action very soon. Later tonight under lights against the Namo Bandra Blasters. Good to see him smile. Played a few gorgeous shots, didn't he, in that last game?
I'd love to see him bat to a 50-60 today. Haven't seen him bat for a long time now. This is the crunch time. Oh, what a shot. Straight to the fielder. Oh, that misfield has cost them a single.
Yes, the captain, Siddesh Lar, at covers. There's a bit of halchal, as they say, in the Andheri dugout. Not sure if any of that cheering reaches the batsman out in the middle, but sometimes you want to feel a part of the action. Chalo, chalo, chalte raho, or whatever it is that's said in the dugout.
2 runs per ball. Suddenly the run rate figure has changed. 2 dot balls, 1 dot ball. You must aim one at a time. Easy out. Straight, hold out to long off. Another wicket goes. The game is again open.
As soon as the ball was hit, it was either the keeper or the bowler who said, Dube, Dube, alerting the man. And have a look at Shivam Dube. Did not look like he was going to panic. Stayed cool. Got a measure of the speed and the angle at which the ball was coming at him. Disappointment for the big burly Pankaj Jaiswal. He should have finished the game. A foot in the door for the Shivaji Park Lions. Will there be a twist? 32 more needed of just 15 deliveries now. 128 for 5. Where's this game going, Mr. Rege?
I think the game is going in favor of Shivaji Park. Certainly the run rate is difficult, 12.8. From where to where this game has gone. It was absolutely with the Arcs team. Suddenly they've collapsed, run rate dropping. Look at that worm, is dropping down. At one point in time it was steadily on top, but it's dropped down considerably.
At one point it looked like 2 lines of a railway track that never meet, but clearly wickets are a unifying force. They brought the 2 worms together on that graph. Doesn't matter. 32 needed of 15 now. Pankaj Jaiswal goes. Azhar Ansari comes in. Scored a few runs in that victory against the Namo Bandra Blasters. Scored 24. Not out, that is. Had a few lucky shots behind square, did Azhar Ansari.
This is where T20 makes a huge difference in the last 2 or 3 overs. Well bowled. Screaming Yorker. They need more of that. Hirvadkar, that's the last wicket that you can see. Had a wild slog. Body nowhere. And a sitter easily taken by Shivam Dube. Hirvadkar is feeling the pressure at the moment, but you got to carry on, otherwise if you get out the team is in trouble. Good delivery again.
Try to heave it away. Akhil Hirvadkar playing on 66 of 53. His strike rates come down again. No boundaries after he lost the half-century mark. 8 boundaries and 2 sixes for him so far. Overs number 7 to 15 is where both teams have struggled. In the range again, this time first back shot, trying to go across the line there. Hirvadkar looks tired. Is he cramping?
From where to where? Suddenly Shivaji Park Lions are tasting victory. 32 of 12 needed. Difficult task now.
I know Milind Rege is a Rafi fan, but what's that Kishore Kumar song? Ye Kya Hua? Kaise hua? Kab hua? I hope they don't have to say kyun hua at the end of the game. Or do you prefer ye kahan aa gaye hum यूं ही साथ साथ चलते?
I can't believe that Arcs has missed this game. They were well, this entire score was well within their grasp. But look from where to where. Good bowling, good captaincy, 2-3 wickets. Never take T20 cricket for granted. I heard somebody say here that it's a cakewalk. It's not a cakewalk, Manish.
Iqbal Abdullah, Tushar Deshpande beneath to come in next. The Andheri will be hoping they don't need their services. They'll be hoping the Ansari Hirvarkar pair can see them home. 32 needed of 12. Something's got to happen in this over. Either a wicket or a couple of big blows. 16 and over needed now. The captain taking his time to set his field. Third man direction. Fine leg inside the circle. 32 needed of 12 then. He'll go for it. Across the line. We'll get 2 at least. Or will he get 4? 4 it will be. That should be a pressure release shot. Well done to Azhar Ansari. Fast boundary for him.
Releases a lot of pressure. Another big, huge pike will help him. Just in the range. He played the same shots yesterday. Typical left-hander is waiting for it. A long handle. Shivaji Park shouldn't panic. If they do panic, they'll lose this. Keep a steady mind over it. Sidesh Lad, captain. Oh, is he out or is he going through?
Wow, gorgeous shot. He absolutely smoked it. So much self-belief in that shot from Azhar Ansari. Well, he hails from a place called Malegaon. I remember watching a movie called Superman of Malegaon. They might want to make a sequel to it, featuring this man, Azhar Ansari. A 4 and a 6. What are the Shivaji Park Lions thinking now? In his slot, backed himself. Enough power on it for it to sail through. The pressure shifts once again. The beauty of T20 cricket.
Shivam is giving it in the slot. More close to the batsman. One more time. That's a good delivery. Slower delivery. Went for the big one. Didn't time it. Still interesting. 22 of 10. 13.2. It's come from 16 runs per over to 13.2 with that big huge 6.
Now then, Milind, what does Hirvarkar do? Take a single, get off strike, or go for it? He's been the top scorer so far. What's the dugout feeling now? Are they feeling the nerves? I'm sure they are. 2 consecutive wins will do them a world of good in pursuit of that semi-final spot. Remember, 2 groups of 4 teams each. The top 2 go through to the semi-finals this time. Bad delivery. He's played it through to the fine leg region. Will be 4. Hirvarkar joins the party as well. Goes up to 79th boundary for that man. The Andheri are running away with this game now.
It's a terrible delivery. Slower ball, short in length. Hirvarkar deep in the crease. Puts it where it should go. Terrible over this one from Shivam Malhotra. He's given away 15 runs of 4 balls at a time when he should have not given more than 8 or 10. Now what is he going to do? He's in trouble, Malhotra, because when you're hammered for so many, you don't know what you're supposed to do with the next ball.
They needed 32 of 12. They now need 17. Change that number. Change that number. They now need 11. I spoke too soon. Celebrations in the blue camp. The Andheri dugout. The Lazim drums are on as well. The whole Tasha at the Wankhede Stadium. This is Ekdam Mumbai style T20 action. Well done to Hirvarkar. Moves up to 76. Down 6 for this man. He is proving to be the Dream 11 game changer, this man.
He's in terrific style. He's terrific form. He's Edvardka at his best. They're delighted. The owners of the team. Look at that. Look at that. 21, 4, 6, 1, 4, 6. From where to where?
11 off 7. Who's going to bowl the last over? Siddesh Lad has not had a good outing as captain. However, if he wins this game, it'll all be forgotten. Someone, somewhere, somehow has to make something happen. Edvardka getting out now will change it again, but I wouldn't hope for that. Wasim Jafar.
As cool as ever.
Siddesh Lad, the captain there on your screen. You call him the crisis man. Can he bail his team out of a crisis? Can his bowlers do the job for him? Hit straight. How many will that be? 2 at least, if not more. Yes, just 2. They will now need 9 of the last over for their second win at the T20 Mumbai. 19 gone, 151 for 5. Edvardka wants to see them home.
"23 runs off the previous over. That's the big one. Goes for a 4. Now this is the big one. Oh, look at that shot. Into the stands. Then he pitches a short ball, slower delivery. Edvardka drives it again. What a shot this is. Terrific. 23 runs in that over.
Atul Project's run graph. Tallest skyscraper that's just come up in the Andheri area. At 19th over. 2 6s, 2 4s. A double and a single. 23 in all in that last over. Game-changing over. Edvardka is raced up to 78 of 57. Forget about the 100. If he can see the team home, he'll be happy. And, well done to Azhar Ansari as well. I thought he took the pressure off with that 1-6 and 1-4 just as soon as he came in. Big shots off his first 2 deliveries. Edvardka's innings of 78 of 57. The strike rate 136.8. Shivam Dube. The other Shivam got hit for 23 runs in that 19th over. It's now up to Shivam Dube.
Obviously, the captain must have waited that Shivam Dube bowls the last over. But there's hardly anything to bowl now because 22 or how many went for the last over? 26. 23 went in the last over. Second last over. So it's Shivam Dube has nothing to bowl at. Perhaps he could have brought him in the earlier over and then sealed the ends. And then last over 24, 23 runs and a win would have been the way out, really.
Right. So is it possible to defend 9 in T20 cricket of the last over? If you have watched the IPL final 2019, have the Shivaji Lions watched that game? I'm sure they have. This team will hope we don't see a repeat of that finish. There's no Malinga with the ball. No Shardul Thakur on strike either. Third man, fine leg inside the circle. 6! That should seal the deal. Length ball. Pressure over. In the range for the left-hander. Azhar Ansari is making a name for himself. This marauder from Malegaon.
Look at that bat lift. Huge bat lift. Right in the middle of the blade. Strike rate is 425. He loves that spot there. He's been hitting everything over there.
Not too far from the Skoda. They now need 3 of 5. Azhar, it should look close. Out it is. Plumb mid-front. Played down the wrong line. Slight change of pace as well, I suspect. Azhar Ansari very cross with himself. They still have work to do. But he's done his job. 17 of 5. 2 6s and a 4 for him.
Moreover, that's a dot ball. Comes right across. Scramble seam straight in front. Oh, that's still kept them in the game. Shivam Dube is capable of bowling another dot ball, and then the panic starts.
It's been a seesaw contest. 157 for 6. Azhar Ansari's done his job. A very, very crucial cameo once again, lower down the order. Did the same in the last game, and they won against the Namo Bandra Blasters. Hervarkar, their top scorer, still very much in play. 4 deliveries to go. They need 3. The new batsman will be on strike. Iqbal Abdullah it is, the senior man. Captained the side last season. They'll expect him to stay calm, take a single, get off strike, let Hervarkar do the job.
I think he must go for the big one, because Shivam Dube is capable of handling this pressure. 3 runs from 4 balls. Very close from where to where. But I must admit that the Lions have fought it out.
1 run available on the onside, just 1 inside the circle. He dab it down. Hervarkar always ready for that single. Always ready. He knew what he had to do. Took off even before the ball hit the bat. Good thinking from Hervarkar. Now on strike. He knows he's got to finish it. 2 needed now of 3. Will there be a twist, a wicket, maybe possibility of a super over? It's all possible here at the Wankhede Stadium. This is the magic of the T20 Mumbai. Hervarkar wants to be the hero. Was man of the match in that win against the Namo Bandra Blasters. Scored 56 in that game. 3 boundaries and 2 sixes. He's gone even better this time. 9 boundaries and 3 sixes. 78 of 57.
I think he'll target Shivam Dube straight. The mid-off is in the circle. That's the point he must play. Hit it straight. Don't hit a cross-bat shot. Don't play a dot ball.
Does the inner ring take a start, walk in as the bowler runs in, or sit back and wait? Maybe that edge. If he tries to play that big shot, he's taken a good look at the field. The batsman, Hervarkar. Long off is now, well, mid-off's now gone back. Change in plan, last moment. A single always available. 3rd man inside the circle. An edge will do it for them. He's cracked it away. Will be a single. That brings Iqbal Abdullah on strike. Had enough room to play it wherever he wanted it. Scores are level now. Scores level. 1 needed of 2. Surely Iqbal Abdullah has got to finish it. Conference between the two batsmen.
Iqbal Abdullah has played a lot of cricket to keep cool. He knows exactly what should be done. He won't take any risks. They'll go for that single irrespective of the fact whether he's touched in or not. The keeper is right behind. But that's an area that they could look at. Everybody in the circle except the square leg. Gone is, but that's no point in keeping them there because he's not going to go for a swing.
Look at the mid-wicket fielder. He's at 3/4 distance, not on the boundary line, not inside the circle. I wonder what the thought is behind this. Will they be able to finish it now? Yes, they will! A boundary to finish it off. 2nd win for the Andheri at the T20 Mumbai. Iqbal Abdullah does the job. No worries whatsoever. Well, they took off in the 19th over. Hervarkar doing the job as well. Applause coming in from the owner's dugout. Hervarkar, the hero. 79 of 58 for that man. A comfortable win by 4 wickets for the team from Andheri. Heartbreak for last year's runners-up, the Shivaji Park Lions. They were never in the game. The moment they gave a smallish total to chase, Akhil Hervarkar kept his cool. He looked a bit tired towards the end and somehow used his experience to finish the job. But it was that 19th over where Azhar Ansari played a terrific little cameo of 17 of 5. Well, 2 sixes and a 4 for Azhar Ansari. Completely taking the game away. At one stage, we thought the Shivaji Park Lions had a whiff of a comeback. Perhaps a foot in the door as well, but that's how it looked like. Only one man having an impact throughout the innings. Hervarkar batted through, came into open, stayed not out in the end. 79 of 58, 9 fours and 3 sixes. But it was Azhar Ansari's 17 of 5. Pankaj Jaiswal, of course, hung around for 14 balls, hit 15, wanted to finish, got out in the end. Iqbal Abdullah, just 5, but that match-winning boundary through the offside in that last over. And a big partnership to set the tone, laid the foundation along with Sufyan Sheikh. But it was those two little partnerships, 28 and 29, especially the one between Ansari and Herwarkar, that took the game away when the Shivaji Park Lions thought they would have a chance to make a comeback. A hapless looking bowling card that. Ronak Sharma was clobbered for 16 of his only over. Shivam Malhotra bowled that pressure over, the 19th, which went for a few runs. 23 in all, if I remember correctly. 38 of his 4 overs. But in the end, well, the game belonged to the Blues, the Arcs Andheri. Terrific partnership. No tremors, no bad shots. Everything was cool, clinical, confident, comprehensive. Very easy to use those adjectives for Sufyan Sheikh and this man, Akhil Herwarkar, always looked in control. No stutters, no tremors whatsoever. Was picking the length so beautifully. Knew the field well, pierced the gaps when he had to, whether it was pitched up or short. Forced the initiative as well when he had to. Excellent, excellent innings, this one. Played all across, lots of runs in front of square, but didn't miss out when the opportunity presented itself. Used the straight bat as well. A proper innings, a proper cricket innings with some terrific shots. Sufyan Sheikh, meanwhile, played that one across the line, the first wicket to fall. He held out inside that circle. The spinners tried their bit as well, but the runs kept coming. They never looked in any trouble really until much later in this innings when this started to happen. Shubham Ranzane it was who got out in this fashion, playing down the wrong line. But Herwarkar continued. That was his half-century moment, consecutive half-centuries for Akhil Herwarkar. And he batted like an absolute champion today. But, well, it was destined for this game to come as close as it did, because the wickets kept falling from the other end. Herwarkar, meanwhile, stayed on the crease. Pankaj Jaiswal, when he walked in, they were in a bit of a spot, really. Jaiswal played a couple of big shots, scored 15 of 14. 1-6 and a couple of 4s, and then this is how he got out. Very well caught on the long off boundary by Shivam Dubey. And then that brought Azhar Ansari. And this is what he did of his first 2 deliveries. A 4 followed by this big one. That sailed over the ropes. Took the pressure off. That 19th over. Another boundary through the onside for Azhar Ansari. And then in the slot for Herwarkar. Man in form. Azhar Ansari had one more big shot. And this is how he got out. Slight change of pace. In came Iqbal Abdullah, who did this to take the Arcs Andheri home. Their second win after losing their first one against the Sober Supersonics. The second win for the Arcs Andheri. This is how it all ended. Ronak Sharma's blitzkrieg innings of 51 not out took the Shivaji Park Lions to 159 for 6 off their 20 overs. Swapnil Pradhan, batting at the top of the order, scored 44 of 33. They lost their way in the middle overs, but managed a target of 160 for the Arcs Andheri in an up and down chase. The Arcs Andheri reached home by 4 wickets. Time for a break. When we come back, we will have the presentation ceremony and the toss of the second game, which will see Prithvi Shaw in action. Stay tuned.
Live scores, news,
team preview,
match predictions,
fan code,
fan code.
no ads, pure sports.
Well, it's a fantastic atmosphere at the Wankhede Stadium. Thank you so much for being here. We now have a heavyweight contest. I've got the star cast to my left, the skipper of the North Mumbai Panthers, Prithvi Shaw. To his left, Shreyas Iyer from Namma Bandra Blasters. And to his left, our special guest, a former Indian all-round star, Karsan Ghavri. And to his left, our match referee, Mr. Shreyas Kanholkar. Prithvi, I believe you're going to be calling. Mr. Ghavri, you're with the toss. Go for it.
Tails.
Tails is the call. And it's a lovely spin. Thank you.
It's head.
It's head. So Shreyas, you win the toss. Didn't go too well for you in the previous match. What are you going to do today?
We're going to bowl first. So we saw that it was substantial amount of dew in the second innings, and it was really tough for the bowlers to bowl. And considering that factor, I think bowling would be a good option for us.
Seems to be a regular plan, bowl first and see how it goes. But how much do you not want to chase?
I'm always up for chase. You know, I loving chasing, and whenever I get involved in the meetings and we decide over there what are we going to do, so I always say that, you know, chasing is the best option because we get a fair idea about how much total we're going to chase, and also the run rate you got to maintain accordingly. So yeah, I would always prefer chasing over batting first.
All right, you saw what happened in the first match. You've got some idea of the pitch. You want to restrict the opposition to what now?
We saw the wicket was playing really well in the first game, so yeah, depending on our bowlers, 170 to 180 would be a good total to you know, defend them on this wicket. But yeah,
We'll see how it goes. All right, team changes after that loss in the first match?
we are maintaining with the same team, no changes.
All right, good luck. I do want to very quickly ask you, how is it after all your exploits in the big league to come down here? Any extra pressure or not?
Well, there's too much pressure because there are many players who are playing this league for the first time, and they are, you know, it's very difficult for them to get used to the surrounding and atmosphere. So it takes a little bit time for them to open up, and also you get frustrated at times, but it's really difficult to control your nerves. And yeah, you got to see to it that they are comfortable in the team and keep them smiling.
You make a good point. Good luck and get a couple of extra minutes with your teammates. Good luck.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
All right, Prithvi, join us. All right, bad luck with the toss. You're going to be batting first. You've got a target in mind.
Yeah, I mean, on this wicket, I think 170, 180 will be good target. I think it's a good batting track and no dew issues. So let's see. Let's hope for the best.
Well, you started out magnificently in your first match. And of course, your team won. But you personally, you'd like a lot more, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, for the team, of course, I would have a great start, better start than the last game. And I'm going to see, looking forward for this game.
They lost. They have no changes. You won. But any changes in the team?
Yeah, we have got one change. Ajinkya Patil is not playing. Rahul Sawant comes in.
Well, listen, people love watching you play. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
There we go. Feature match of the evening. Shreyas Iyer won the toss for Namma Bandra Blasters, and he will bowl first. We'll take a very short break and come right back. For the Andheri team, it looked like a cruise for so long, and eventually they made it very, very exciting. A big thank you to everybody here at the Wankhede Stadium for being here for the second match, and of course to everybody watching on television. Before we begin our presentation ceremony for the first match, just a quick thank you to all the sponsors on behalf of MCA. We've got Dream 11, Skoda, Atul Projects, Wardwiz, Seagate and Bisleri. Thank you very much for your support. And now my duty to introduce the presentation party, beginning with, to my left, Mr. C.S. Nayak, the CEO of MCA. To his left, the team representative of Andheri, Mr. Kranti Shanbag, congratulations. And to his left, from Shivaji Park Lions, Mr. Manish Mehta, commiserations. Let's begin with having a quick chat with the winning skipper, Kevin De Almeida. Kevin, walking up. Congratulations. You know I'm going to ask you about your knock first.
Really disappointed with the shot I played, but I'm really happy that my team is bailing me out at the moment. So hopefully I'll come good in some game and then it all clicks together.
Well, I've got to say, you guys were cruising. So easy to begin with. Then that big hole in the middle where I think between the 7th and the 15th over, you got it 4.5 and over. So what was the dugout thinking at that point of time?
I guess the batsmen have to take the responsibility for the shots they played, including me. And I think there was nothing in the wickets that we went at 4 runs per over. It was just a short selection that we have to get better at. But we are happy that as a team, we are just clicking and we are getting through the line.
Without question, it's very important to win. Will Ansari get a batting promotion?
I guess he get my batting position now. So hopefully he continues with what the form he's showing, and even Akhil Herwadkar is really batting well for us. And we are doing well as a team. I guess it's just a few things that we have to get better at, the death bowling maybe, and then in the middle overs the batting, and yeah, eventually I guess we all come good and then we do well.
Well, thank you for giving us a thriller. 2 wins, 1 loss. So far, so good. Good luck for the rest.
Thank you so much.
Kevin De Almeida, ladies and gentlemen, skipper of Andheri. And let's now talk to our man of the match. And while he is the highest run getter of T20 Mumbai so far, another fabulous knock, 79 in only 58 deliveries. It is, without question, Akhil Herwadkar, our man of the match. Do take your trophy from Mr. Kranti Shanbag and your check for the man of the match. 50,000 rupees from Mr. C.S. Nayak, the CEO of MCA. And Akhil, do join me for a quick word. There you go, well done. Everything you touch is turning to gold.
Yeah, I feel I just believed in myself that I can do it for the team. Last game, I was disappointed that I couldn't finish it. But today I'm really happy for my team and myself also.
So important, isn't it, to finish the game rather than get out. But still, in the middle, there was a wobble, wickets were falling, runs were not coming.
Yeah, there was a trouble in the middle, but Azhar's knock was incredible, and hats off to that man. And last game also he did it, and I hope he continued in the future games also.
It almost looked like Ansari did something and said, well, I can do it too. Hit some big sixes towards the end.
Yeah, it gave me immense confidence. First thing when he come to the middle, he just said to me that we can do it, and that shows his character. So I'm really happy for him also and for the team also.
Very exciting finish. You, by the way, know that you are the leading run getter of T20 Mumbai so far. So I wish you luck for the rest of the matches.
Thank you very much, sir.
Our man of the match, Akhil Herwadkar. That ends our presentation ceremony. Of course, we have a second match coming up. It's a heavyweight contest. We'll take a short break and come right back with the action and stay with us.